As our planet warms, the permafrost, ground that remains frozen for years, is starting to melt. This is more than just a problem for polar bears and Arctic foxes. The melting permafrost could begin releasing ancient bacteria and viruses that have been dormant for thousands of years. In fact, scientists have now discovered that these microbes, which include bacteria, viruses and fungi, continue to remain viable and infectious in the melted ground. Worse, since these life forms have not interacted with humanity for millennia, our immune systems may not recognize them as they do for traditional diseases. For instance, researchers in a 2015 study published in Nature revived a virus buried in the frozen Siberian ground for over 30,000 years. This virus was hidden from the world, buried in the semi-frozen ground for eons. But as the Earth melted, it was exposed. They also found microbes like Bacillus F, which was regenerated after remaining frozen for a similar time. Although these viruses can only infect amoebas, their discovery shows that other viruses known to infect humans, such as smallpox, could also be preserved in permafrost. Diseases we thought were long gone will now re-emerge from the ice. Indeed, it's already happened. In 2016, an anthrax outbreak in Siberia resulted in a child's death and the hospitalization of 20 people. The outbreak was traced back to spores released from a reindeer that had been frozen for over 75 years. As the permafrost melts, it's like opening a Pandora's box of ancient microbes. Our immune systems have never seen these prehistoric bacteria and may be unable to defend us. These pathogens could trigger severe infections that our current medicines may be powerless to treat. Researchers have found antibiotic-resistant bacteria in Siberia's deep permafrost, including genera such as Clostridium and Mycobacterium. Clostridium is concerning since it includes species that cause botulism and tetanus. Mycobacterium consists of the microbe that causes tuberculosis, which is increasingly antibiotic resistant. You can imagine the impact on society if there aren't any available treatments or vaccines. Indeed, we've been down this road before. Our old friend COVID was not a severely lethal infection to the average person. However, we saw what happened when so many people were infected simultaneously and how overwhelmed healthcare systems worldwide became. In the same way, ancient diseases can push our medical framework to the brink of collapse if they spread globally. Even worse, some revived bacteria may be able to alter human DNA. Accidentally incorporating ancient genes into our genome could lead to autoimmune disorders and cancer. Clearly, the planet's unchecked global warming involves much more than just hot summer days and record temperatures. The permafrost region covers approximately 9 million square miles, or 15% of the exposed land surface in the northern hemisphere. It spans areas of Alaska, Canada, Siberia, and Greenland. Models vary on how much permafrost would melt with climate change, but estimates range from 30 to 70% by 2100. A study published in Nature Climate Change estimates that up to 1.6 million square miles of permafrost could melt within this century, with increasing greenhouse gas emissions. The organic matter frozen in permafrost holds an estimated 1.5 billion tons of carbon, almost double the amount already in the atmosphere. As permafrost thaws, microbial decomposition converts this organic matter into carbon dioxide and methane, potent heat-trapping gases. By the year 2100, scientists estimate permafrost melt could contribute up to 1 degree Fahrenheit to global warming. This creates a dangerous positive feedback loop, as more warming causes more permafrost to melt, releasing more greenhouse gases and driving further warming. Methane is of particular concern, as it has 80 times the warming power of carbon dioxide. If just 10% of the methane currently locked in permafrost is released by 2100, this could increase the rate of global warming by 30%. These greenhouse gas releases show us that we must address climate change and melting permafrost before we experience runaway feedback loops. Not just for our sake, but for our children, who will inherit the world we leave behind. Thanks for joining us on this journey through a sometimes overlooked piece of the climate crisis puzzle. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share and subscribe for more fascinating trips across our world. Until the next time.